Hello, and welcome to The Ordeal. Hey, do me a favor, if you like my content, drop a like on my video, subscribe to my channel, and share with all your friends. I could really use the support, so thanks for watching. And we'll go ahead and get started on today's topic, which is AOC wants coronavirus reparations for minorities. Inequality is a comorbidity. Now, the title of this article is misleading. Yes, she wants it for minorities, but mostly the article claims that she wants it for poor people, the people of a lower class, based on income. You can read the article for yourself. I don't know what this stuff is down here. Go away. She says in here inequality is a comorbidity, and she wants to give reparations. She does say right here spiking in black and brown communities, but most of it is just saying, hey, look, there's a class structure issue down here, racial and class inequalities or inequities baked into the crisis. That's the part that I want to focus on. She's trying to go full communist, full on communist. And I've done a video on communism. Watch my video on communism and why it doesn't work. It was, I think, the second video I ever made for this channel. So you cannot make everybody equal. Communism on paper sounds great. Everybody's equal, everybody gets the same. But what if I want a little bit more? Or what if I'm okay with accepting less than other people? What if I'm not willing to do the things that are necessary to be equal to other people? This is a problem with communism. It doesn't work out in the long run. You're always a leader, not a follower. Well, I mean, not really. I talked about that in my other video. You have a tendency of being a follower, but you can't be a leader because the Soviet Union was a leader in the space race. But they did everything first except for put men on the moon. But there have been other civilizations, other societies that have made everybody equal. They have started from point zero. They said, okay, everybody has the exact same of everything, basically, or not necessarily the exact same, but as far as we can tell, everybody is financially the same. Within a few years, there is a big spread, a big spectrum. There are some people who are poor, some people who are middle class, some people who are wealthy. That's just the way human beings are. And this seems to be what she's saying in this article here, that she wants everybody to be equal so that, hey, look, when the coronavirus happens, it affects everybody equally. Yeah, the wealthier people in the world are going to fare better than the poorer people in the world because of this pandemic. But you can't stop that. You can't stop the fact that this is going to affect poor people more, or affect rich people more, or affect whoever more. Men are more than twice as likely to die from coronavirus. I don't hear crying about that. But I can tell you what, if it was the other way around, if women were more than twice as likely to die, oh man, that would be front page news everywhere. The feminists would be up in arms talking about how evil it is that this coronavirus is made by men. It would be made by men at that point. Let me tell you, the last thing that men want to do is kill women. I mean, there are some men who do want to kill women, obviously, because they do. But that's the farthest thing from my mind when it comes to my relationships with women. I do not want to kill them. There's a whole lot of other stuff that I want to do with them. So, as far as it being a racial thing, it's not racial. It's affecting all races equally, as far as we can tell. I mean, maybe it affects some races more than others. I don't know. But she's trying to make the point that, black people, Hispanic people are more likely to be poor, so therefore they're more likely to be negatively impacted by the coronavirus. It's not my fault they're poor. That's not my fault. I am white. I do not have any illusions about my ancestry. I am very much a European person. I do not have blonde hair. I do not have blue eyes. I have brown eyes and brown hair. So I am not at the very top there, as far as being white could be, but I am very much a white man. And there have been times in my life when I have been renting a room because that's all I could afford to do and living paycheck to paycheck. So you're telling me that's not poverty? Yeah, forget, this is just so stupid that they think that white people can't be poor. Whereas you got somebody like Will Smith. Oh, no, even better. You got somebody who's brown like Ocasio-Cortez, who makes more in a month than I do in a year, I'm sure. And she gets to vote on how much money she makes. And he doesn't care. She does not actually care about you. You realize that, right? She has become obsessed with her ideology that communism is the solution to all of man's problems. We've seen communism fail how many times? How many times? It fails constantly. I would be all for it if it worked, but it just doesn't appear to work. China's been trucking along, but they're moving towards a capitalist economic system where they're a dictatorship. So, yeah, this bothered me when I saw it because, here we got a minority telling me that my life is easy because I'm white and I'm male. Hey, look, I'm a white male. She's a Hispanic female. She should be living on the streets and I should be living in a palace, right? That's how that works. If only. All you have to do in a free market economy is have a good idea that people want to buy. Look at the fidget spinner. The thing was stupid. Fidget spinner. The guy who marketed that successfully made so much money. Right now, the people who are manufacturing and distributing facial masks, their business is booming. So all you have to do is be, say, I don't know, a person who maybe is a black female who owns a company that makes face masks for protection against uh, airborne diseases and such as that. You're making so much money. More money than I'm making right now. Now, fortunately, I'm still working. That hasn't been a huge strike to me, but my wife, her job has been, her amount of income has been greatly reduced. She's still working, but she's not working nearly as much and making nearly as much money because a lot of her pay is dependent on sales. And since nobody's going out, she's not making sales, right? So anyway, I wanted to point this out. Don't vote for Ocasio-Cortez. Vote her out of office. Please, people, get rid of her. She has no business being in the position that she is in. Why would you vote for somebody like this? Same thing with Ilhan Omar. These people do not belong in positions of power. Not because they're women and they can't do it, or they're minorities and they can't do it, or they're brown and they can't do it. None of that. It's because they have this ideology that puts them into a position of saying automatically, white man bad, white woman is not as bad as white man, but still worse than the rest of us. That's racism. That's just how this breaks down. That is anti-white bigotry. There's no reason for it. If there were a reason for it, if it's like, yeah, these white people show up and then there's all this crime and there's violence and there's theft and it always comes with wherever these white people go, then yeah, okay, I could get on board with that sentiment. But it's not that way. It's not that way at all. It's white people are just like everybody else. But it's okay to despise them just because it's okay to despise me because hey, my skin is lighter than the average person on the planet. It's ridiculous. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.